go for launch. Say go or no go. OTC. Go. EVC. You gotta go. EVC. Go. Help me out. Mike. Mike's go.
Hello, everybody,
Hello.
and welcome to the stream. Well, this was originally going to actually be a video,
But we decided it was easier to do a stream because it was much easier to sort of do this as sort of a podcast style.
yeah, figured we'd shake it up because we haven't done it like this in a while, and sorry for the yawn. It's a little late at night, so
Yeah, at least for you.
it's a little late out in space. So, I had to drink some water. But welcome. So we got to attend the sneak peek showcase presented by the Cinema Foundation, in partnership with Coca-Cola and Fandango. But we got to go attend it at our favorite place, Cinergy Entertainment. So, just to give some of you a little tiny bit of a backstory, if you will. So, here, let me even go back a little. So, because I will pull up some information for you guys. So, basically, the Sneak Peek Showcase is a program that's part of the Cinema Foundation. So, what the Cinema Foundation is they are essentially a organization that helps strengthen sort of the bond and sort of the community between the cinema industry and, you know, engaging their audiences, and they help build the future of cinema together by, you know, helping with a lot of data, collaboration, promotion, you know, partnering up with key partners, filmmakers, studios, content providers, you name it. And they're a nonprofit organization, they're a 501 specifically, that helps with all that. So, plus they offer scholarships, they do education, they share a lot of data and research about movies. So, it's pretty nice actually. So, yeah. So, and Cinergy Cinergy was nice enough to host the event along with quite a few other places. So a lot of other movie places, you know, AMC was doing it, B&B was doing it, Cinemark was doing it, but we chose to go to Cinergy because, well, Cinergy's the best place to go see movies.
At least in your opinion.
Yeah, at least in, you know, my opinion and your opinion, so. But it was a thing basically that was presented by Fandango and Coca-Cola as well too. So what the Sneak Peek Showcase is it's the first ever time they've actually done this. But essentially, It's a year-round sort of event that brings the famed industry insider event, CinemaCon, which is basically a like all access industry exclusive insider shindig of all things movies and like what new movies are coming out, some behind the scenes. You get to meet the directors and producers and catch sneak peeks of stuff and new trailers and kind of the making of all these things along with all of its studio content. So, and well, what they decided to do is with the sneak peek showcase, they decided to take the best of CinemaCon this year and all of its studio content, including some behind the scenes stuff, and bring it to the masses with a fun look at upcoming theatrical slate of films for fans of all ages, in a sort of 70-minute little hodgepodge of trailers and exclusive content and behind the scenes stuff. Oh yeah. And some places were giving out like free popcorn, free drinks, stuff like that. So it was pretty cool. So, and honestly, best part was tickets were only like $3 to $5 at most. So they were pretty cheap too. So yeah, pretty nice in fact. So yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over every single film that was showcased as part of the sneak peek showcase program. There's quite a few of them. So in total, there's about 21 different films that they talked about, all from like 6 different studios. About that. Some of them you know, some of them you don't know. So now originally, the original plan, again, because this was going to be a video originally, was we were going to also post videos, we were also going to post photos in the video of the logos and stuff for each movie and kind of what we thought about them overall. But instead, we're doing something a little different. We're just going to go over each individual film, give sort of our brief thoughts on what we think about in, each thing, and what we thought about each trailer and each sneak peek, and, maybe talk about some of the behind the scenes stuff that we saw. And then just kind of gloss over what we're hyped about and what we're not hyped about. So, and just kind of speculate a little bit. So, this won't be a super long stream because, again, we've got about 20 plus different films to cover. Excuse me, it is late. I told you. That's why I said you should have gotten a coffee or something. Nah, I'm fine. But we're going to go over each film, talk about it, see what we're hyped about and what we're not hyped about, and go from there. Now, keep in mind, obviously, too, with this whole thing, it is opinion-based. So these are strictly our opinions on the matter, right? So that means that, we're going to have opinions on some of these things. So, and the best part is, because this is going to be a VOD over on YouTube as well, too, if you want to rewatch this VOD on either Twitch or YouTube, you could do so as well, too. Also, special thanks goes out to Cinergy for, hooking us up with a ticket to the showcase. Absolutely. So, thank you so much, Cinergy. Appreciate it. So, but with that in mind, we're going to get started. So, we're going to jump right out the gate because Lionsgate, quite literally, was the first studio. Jumping out of the gate. Lionsgate. Yeah. So, the first one. Oh, man, I am tired. Give me a sec. I'm gonna keep yawning for a bit, so I do apologize. Yeah. But the first film that we're going to talk about is Ballerina. Basically the John Wick spinoff. So, oh yeah! Yep. So, it's called From the World of John Wick, Ballerina is the full title, but I'm just going to call it Ballerina. So, because that shortens it a little bit. So, but it's a John Wick spinoff. What are your thoughts? I have yet to watch all the John Wick films. I know you have. I still need to watch the second and third one. So I've watched only the first one. I definitely got to watch the fourth one for sure too, because I think we went and saw the fourth one together. Yeah, I believe we went and saw it. Yeah. So, but I still need to watch all of them. Honestly, I like good action films. I like the I think the female actress is gonna do a pretty decent job as the main character. She brings a lot of spunk and a lot of that same energy as Wick, if not a little more, which is nice. You know, it's nice that this film's gonna sort of take place in sort of its own, I don't want to say timeline, but its own adjacent thing. So, yeah, it's going to be just kind of focused on her and like its own, her own story and how she came to be and, kind of her thirst for vengeance, if you will, a little bit. So, yeah, because she also goes on a revenge killing spree because she begins her training as an assassin as well, too, within the whole organization, kind of, because she's setting out to exact revenge on her father's death. Yep. So, but it actually comes out pretty soon. It comes out like June 6th. Yeah, in about, I want to say almost a month. Because at the time of doing this transmission, it's April 23rd, right? Yep. So a little over a month. Yep. It's got a good cast. Yeah, I was going to say, because, so, Keanu comes back as John Wick, but obviously this film takes place before the events of 4. So, because I highly doubt this takes place after 4. So, if it does, then that's going to, mess things up. But, yeah, no, it's a spinoff / prequel. So, this takes place, before the events of 4. So, interesting because Lance Reddick's in this, but didn't he pass? Yeah, he passed away, unfortunately. So, March 17th of 2023. So, interesting. Yep. So, they filmed and shot everything with him before he passed. So, but it'll be nice to hear him on screen again. And it'd be nice to hear Guardian one more time. Meh. But good cast. Norman Reedus is in it too. Ian McShane's in it. Just a lot of good people. Just seems like a really good sort of action bullet hell thriller film overall. And I mean, it's nice that I don't necessarily have to watch the other ones to enjoy this one, but you get more enjoyment out of it if you do. Right. So, but, yeah, tomato. So, but yeah, it looks good. I'm excited for it. I'm going to see it. So, I'm definitely hyped for it. So, you hyped for it? Yeah, I'm excited to see it. So, let's, move on from the next one. So, the next one is Hurry Up Tomorrow. It is supposed to be a thriller. It's kind of a horror film. But it's one of those, like, strange, like, mental breakdown ones. So, isn't there a trailer for it? Yeah. There's a trailer for it. Essentially, the plot synopsis is you're plagued by insomnia, and a musician gets pulled into a nightmarish odyssey with a stranger who begins to unravel the very core of his existence while he's dealing with insomnia. So, it looks entertaining. It looks interesting. I might go see it, but I feel like I'm getting slowly burnt out a little bit on horror. I mean, the cast has The Weeknd and Jenna Ortega in it. Yeah. So, cast is probably pretty decent. The plot of it sounds rather interesting. So, and I'm kind of curious about it. So, but I don't know if it's going to be one of those things where like the premise is going to be enough for me to stay in my seat, but it definitely looks engaging enough to where I do want to see it, but just need to make the time. That's 100% fair. That's kind of I don't know. I'm more on the other side of it where like I don't know if I would want to go see it in theaters, but this seems like a good film that would be fun to watch for like a weird like thriller movie night at home. Like this would be sort of like a trippy popcorn film. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. This would be like a trippy popcorn feel. I can understand that. That makes sense. So, what's the next one? So, the next one is going to be Shadow Force. This one, maybe? Because, like, I watched the trailer for it, so, and like, here, I'm even going to do this real quick, because I'm going to briefly skim over the trailer again, so, you guys at home won't be able to hear it, but, like, you know, we're skimming over it. Okay, so this is the one that I told you that seemed kind of, like, just okay. Like, it's trying to be a action espionage kind of film, but it's not really an espionage film, just more of an action film. This just feels like, I don't know, a little too generic. Yeah. Like, I hate to say it, but the cast looks good. And I'm sure the story is going to be interesting, but, well, here. An estranged couple with a bounty on their heads must go on the run with their son to avoid their former employee, a unit of shadow ops that has been sent to kill them. Yeah, see, that right there, my problem is not the cast. My problem is that just sounds like almost every other type of, like, generic, like, action on the run type movie. So, and we have one almost, like, once a year at this point, if not more. So, it's okay. This might be a pass for me. This might be the first pass. I don't know. Just seems like a popcorn flick. So, kind of the same how I feel about the other one that we talked about just now. Hurry Up Tomorrow. But, I don't know. I kind of want to see this one too. Okay, but see, Hurry Up Tomorrow has a cool premise that I'm actually interested in. And that premise you can do a lot with it being a thriller movie. So, like, and I actually hope Cinergy does a slasher screening of it, because that would be fun to actually check out. But Shadow Force just feels like, Nah, I get it. I get it. It is one of those things that you're just like, it's there. It's there. So, but yeah. Um, and then there's technically one more film we have to discuss with Lionsgate. Ah, yes, that's right. They made a chapter 2 to this film. So, The Strangers. Yeah, The Strangers chapter 2. I forgot about that. Didn't we watch the first one? I thought we did. No, so we did not watch the first one. Oh, I thought we did. No, we did not watch the first one. So, and I don't know. This was one that we had said a while back that just seemed very like, oh, sort of like, oh no, cabin in the woods, guys out to kill a couple and stab a person, they have to survive. Oh man. So, uh, it's so exciting. I might take a nap. I remember. Yeah. Ah. Sorry, just thinking about the first movie really just put me to sleep. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's got. I normally don't care about this crap, but like, it's got a 4.6 on IMDb. What about Rotten Tomatoes? 21%. Ugh. Yeah, even on my movie score thing, because we have a different thing. I forgot. With you being an alien, you have access to movies from infinite universes. Exactly. So we have a different rating system. So, what's the name of the service? Cosmic Flix. Oh, yeah. But Cosmic Flix basically gives it like a just basically like a rental. Ah. Oh, so they use a similar system to a double toasted or split. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. This is probably going to be the first one you and I are both going to just say pass. Yeah. Because I never even watched the first one. I don't know if I'm going to watch the second one. Like, and I don't know. Apparently it's the 4th film in the Strangers film franchise. Wait, what? Yeah. But chapter 2. What? So they're making... No, wait, what? How is there 4 films? Well, so they have 3 films that were shot. And then I guess there is a film that came out, I think, originally before it? I don't know. It's weird. It is weird. That's very weird. It is weird. I know. I'd probably skip it. I'm going to skip it too, to be honest. Not a film that I'm really going to be spending much time on. There is one other thing you do have to talk about, though. Okay, I wasn't going to really include this, but if you want, go ahead. I'm not going to cover it. Basically, they showed off the logo for the new Hunger Games movie called Sunrise on the Reaping. So, if you're a Hunger Games fan and you like the books and the movies, they're doing another one. Another one. Another one. See? Another one. Also, apparently we can't curse for a little bit. Ah, okay. So no cursing.
Damn. That. Alright. Darn. Darn. Yeah. But, yeah, I'm probably gonna skip it. Yeah. I don't know. I think I watched one Hunger Games film, and I was just like, you know what? I'm okay. This wasn't for me. So, they're very popular films, they're very successful films. A lot of people like them. By all means, enjoy. But I'm not big into the Hunger Games. I think I saw the first movie, and then I saw the second movie, and I think that was it. We could just look that up real quick. I guess so. The Hunger Games. Yeah, I watched the first one. And then I saw Catching Fire. And then that was it. And then there was Mockingjay Part 1 and 2, which I never watched. So, yeah. And then I guess after Mockingjay Part 2 is the new one, I guess. The new one? No, there was a prequel called The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Which I guess was a movie? I don't know. That's weird. Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Yeah, no. It was released. It was released 2 years ago. Wow. It is the 5th installment of the franchise. My goodness. Yeah, I know. So, I know, they just showed off a logo. So, if you want to look up the logo, it's probably on YouTube or the internet or something by now. Fair. Alright, so now we covered Lionsgate. What's next? Well, Warner Brothers is next, because we're going in chronological order, but there was only 2 things that were shown off. So, I'll briefly go over it, but they basically showed off the Superman trailer again. The same trailer that is already online, but with, like, slightly extended scenes, I guess. The trailer felt a little longer. But I think the only main difference was that they just showed off the scene with him. They showed off the Superman's fortress, basically. They showed off what it looks like inside, and like they played a full scene of him getting healed, and you know, him getting blasted with yellow sun and being healed by a fight. So, and then more of Crypto. So that's really all that you missed, I think, as far as the extended trailer. So, but same trailer, just a little more extended. Yeah, like they played out a full scene, basically. Yeah. I still want to see it, though. Oh, that's right. You're a DC girl. Uh-huh. I like my DC stuff. So, you're a Marvel fan. I'm a DC fan. You're just going to have to deal with it. That's fine. I don't care. I'm not going to stop you. Yeah. But I do want to see it. So, you're going to have to get tickets. I figured as much. Yeah. So, you know. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then there is an F1 film that's coming out. Formula One film.
Yes. So that it was actually kind of interesting. It's got Brad Pitt, it's got Lewis Hamilton, it's got quite a few people in it. Um, and it's literally just it's a sports action film, but it's kind of also like a not a mockumentary, but sort of like a documentary, like reenactment type of thing, because it's going based off of like uh you know, like it's kind of its own story, but also kind of based on a thing. Uh, so for those who want the synopsis, in the 1990s, Sonny Hales was Formula One's most promising driver until an accident on the track nearly ended his career. 30 years later, the owner of a struggling Formula One team convinces Sonny to return to racing and become the best in the world. But driving alongside the team's hotshot rookie, Sonny soon learns that the road to redemption is not something you can travel alone. Ah, the last tagline sounds a little cheesy. Yeah. So basically, what it was is I think Warner Brothers saw the success of the Gran Turismo film that Sony did, I think, 2 years ago, and what was it? Ford Ferrari, which I think was also Warner Brothers, or was that someone else? That was Disney apparently, because that was 20th Century Studios. Yeah, so basically they're like, all right, well, Disney's got a car about a movie about fast cars, and you know, heckin' Sony's got Gran Turismo, so I guess we're doing one about Formula One. So, which, fine, you know, neat. It's fine. So, um, I I might see it. Uh, honestly, because it looks entertaining enough. I've still yet to watch Gran Turismo, which I need to. And I heard from people that Ford Ferrari was really good, but I don't know. I might go see it on like a sunny day. You know, maybe go for like a matinee or something. Yeah. I mean, I definitely want to go see Superman. But Formula One is one of those things where like I feel like you're in it for the fast racing and the drama that's involved. And that's kind of the shtick with like these films is you're in it for the drama, the character interactions, and the competitiveness. Except for Ford Ferrari. That one was kind of more like documentary mock drama style. Right, and Gran Turismo is more based on like stuff from the game, but with a story beat to it. So, whereas F1 I feel is going to be more like strictly like, hey, this is a completely made up story. So, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 movies left. Okay, well, let's do this then. Let's briefly talk about this one then. Amazon MGM was up after Universal, but I'm just gonna get this one out of the way. The Accountant 2. I never watched the first one. I never saw the first Accountant either. So, when did the first one come out? It's a direct sequel. 2016, apparently. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I
I mean, I could look up the plot here. Christian Wolff, who's Ben Affleck, is a mathematics savant with more affinity for numbers than people. Using a small-town CPA office as a cover, he makes a living as a freelance accountant for dangerous criminal organizations. With a treasury agent, J.K. Simmons, hot on his heels, Christian takes on a state-of-the-art robotics company as a legitimate client. However, as Wolff gets closer to the truth about an issue that involves millions of dollars, a discrepancy, the body counts start to rise. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's okay. It's got almost 55% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's got about a 7.3 on IMDb. So there's that. Yeah. Doesn't sound terrible. Has it been enough time? Can we curse? Yeah, it's been enough time. Okay. I don't know. I guess we gotta watch the first one. Yeah, I guess we need to have a movie night and just watch the first one at home or something. So. We'll figure it out. It's on a lot of streaming sites. So, yeah. That works. Yep. What's next? Well, Universal is next. They've got 4 different movies. I could speed run this one if you want, because 2 of them are animated. Oh, yeah, I guess. Well, one's technically animated. Yeah. They showed off more of the How to Train Your Dragon live action remake. They actually showed some behind the scenes of it too, and the making of it, and like how they're doing it, and how they made the set, and how they made like the arena in real life, and all this other stuff. And it looks cool. I like the first How to Train Your Dragon movie. It's still a fantastic film. Apparently this is being remade by the actual director of the animated film. So, I don't know. Could be good, could be bad. Live action remakes of animated films usually don't go that well. So, it's an for now, but it has my interest. Jurassic World Rebirth, I'm going to be honest. It's a maybe. It's a low maybe. Almost a skip. But I don't know. Dinosaurs. It's supposed to like harken back to a lot of story beats from the very first film. And it's supposed to be a lot more of a faithful, not just like, not a recreation, but like it's supposed to be sort of like a soft reboot of the films. So apparently Steven Spielberg was just like, yeah, you know what, let's make another one, screw it. So I guess so. Because they showed off some behind the scenes of that too, and like the dinosaurs and how they animated them and made them, and kind of the reason why they're making it. And they're kind of talking about how like, yeah, well, you know, we did that trilogy recently, and it, you know, it went okay. It went in a weird, different direction.
But with Rebirth, we kind of want it to be like, you know, the start of something new, something different. But we want it to like have the same feel and have it harken back to like the old original films too. So there's that. So I'm probably gonna say pass on the How to Train Your Dragon remake and maybe on Jurassic World Rebirth. Now, this one I want to see. Yes, okay. So this one actually looks really good for multiple reasons. The Phoenician scheme. So, this one I actually really, really, really do want to see. Like, not gonna lie. Like, I'm actually give me a sec. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. I'm gonna do this. Give me a moment. So, I'm actually going to share the trailer with you guys on Twitch and YouTube. So, give me 1 sec. As soon as I time out this bot. Ban. There you go. So, anyhow, let me get on YouTube and Twitch. Hang on. Boop. All right. Boom. So there's the trailer. Let me post it on here too. So this shit actually looks funny as fuck. There's no better way to describe it. And it's got such a phenomenal fucking cast. It's got fucking like, oh my god. It's got Benicio del Toro, Scarlett Johansson, Bill Murray, Tom Hanks, Michael Cera, Benedict Cumberbatch, William Dafoe, Bryan Cranston, and so many more people in it. Jeffrey Wright's in it, Rupert Friend's in it, Riz Ahmed is in it. Like, it's a drama comedy from Focus Features about a wealthy businessman who has like a ton of kids, right? And one daughter, as well as and the daughter happens to be a nun. And so the wealthy businessman, the owner, appoints his only daughter, aka the nun, his sole inheritance to the estate. And because of that, she embarks on a new enterprise, and they soon become the target of actual scheming tycoons, foreign terrorists, and determined assassins to, like, basically steal the inheritance from her. And this is a PG-13 film directed by Wes Anderson. And if you've seen any Wes Anderson films, they either hit or miss. But when they hit, and they're funny. Or they're entertaining. And I really want to see this one. Like, just flat out. The trailer made me laugh. The trailer actually made me fucking laugh. Like, that shit was good. It really was. I was very pleasantly surprised. I got more than a few chuckles just out of the trailer. And the delivery from the cast was actually really good. And, like, I gotta say, like, you know what? It was entertaining. So, you know, I really do want to see it. So, but it's like, I don't know. It just looks really funny. I want to see it. Same. I need a good laugh. There's too many horror movies. There's too many drama movies. There's too many, like, you know, action thriller movies. There's just too much of that crap.
So I need a good comedy. I need a good laugh. Yeah. So I'm excited for it. And then the bad guys too, which I the bad guys is just a fantastic, well animated, really funny, like straight up 100% well crafted film with a brand new animation style that even Puss in Boots: The Last Wish stole. And it's just, you know, it was just a good time and a good movie, especially because I like it because it's essentially America's version of Lupin the Third. So, and I grew up watching Lupin the Third back in Japan, and like, I really like Lupin. I like watching the hijinks and the kookiness of it all. So, and I'm very excited because I finally sat down and actually watched the first one, and I was pleasantly surprised by the pacing and animation, and just it was just a good time. Yeah, it was just a good time. So I really liked it. In fact, I really should do a review of the first one. So I thought you did. I thought I did too. Let me look. Yeah, I thought I did. Did I not? Hang on. No, I didn't. I need to review it. So, alright. Well, thought I did. So, point is, it's a fantastic film. If you haven't watched it, it's basically like Hanako said. It's just, you know, America's version of Lupin the Third, you know, minus some of the more risque humor, but it's still it's still great. So you should watch it, and I'm excited for the second one. I'll watch it with you. Perfect. I'm gonna be honest. Paramount. I gotta be honest, Paramount. I'm really not too interested in like your guys' films. I'm really not. I well, I'm interested in at least two of them. One of them I'm definitely gonna skip. Yeah. So, Paramount was up next. Uh the first thing they showed off was a little more of Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. I I've I have a confession to make. And this will be a live confession on stream. I have never watched a Mission Impossible film. Really? Yeah. I have never watched a Mission Impossible film. Like, at all. So, and I think actually watching them would be fun, but I I just never had the time. Like, I probably would enjoy them, but like, I don't know. It just never grabbed me like other action films. That makes sense. Yeah. Like, I never had a problem with them. It's just, I don't know. It was one of those things that, like, I just never had the time. Such a weird confession. It is. I know, I guess the point is... I feel like I would have to skip the Final Reckoning just because I need to marathon all the other films first and, like, see if it'd be worth it or not. Or at least watch the first one or two of them and then see if it's worth it. Yeah. I watched a few of them. Not all of them, but a few. And they're about what you expect. They're very much like action stunt, you know, choreographed set pieces with, you know, a sort of action kind of spy, kind of not really thriller film series. So, like, yeah, action thriller, basically. So, but yeah, it's an action spy film. So, and if you like action spy films like, you know, 007, James Bond, or like, yeah, again, Mission Impossible, that's what it is. Yeah. So, you might like it. You might not like it. Who knows? So, yeah. Like I said, I would feel bad going into what's supposed to be quite literally the last film of the entire franchise. And then, like, have no clue or context as to what's going on. Fair. So, we have to talk about it. I don't want to talk about this. We have to talk about it. I don't want to talk about this. This is stupid. I still don't understand how Paramount owns this IP when it's owned by technically Warner Brothers still. So I gotta look this up. Okay, so... Okay, that's a bit of history. What, Hanna-Barbera never actually owned the Smurfs and they were just making stuff with licensing? Yeah! That's so weird, I guess. We're talking about the Smurfs movie. I have no plans on actually seeing it. 100%. Like, at all. So. Okay, yeah. The Smurfs secured their place in North America pop culture in 1981 when the Smurfs cartoon series produced by Hanna-Barbera Productions aired on NBC from September 12, 1981 to December 2nd, 1983. And then various reruns would air on USA Network and Cartoon Network. And Boomerang, apparently. So, but apparently, it's owned by a, like, French company. So, which I didn't know about, or a company in France. Stuff like that. So, but, yeah. It's weird. And then I guess merchandising was done through various companies over the years, but I don't know, man. It's weird that Nickelodeon and Paramount owns the rights to the Smurfs. It just feels off. It just feels off. I didn't mean for this to go into a tangent about the Smurfs. I'm sorry. I didn't either, but it's weird. It's weird. So we do not plan on seeing the Smurfs movie. Sorry, Paramount. No. And then the last one's that Naked Gun remake. Yeah, so this is the one that I'm very much like, I don't know how to feel about this one. Because I don't know how to explain it. The Naked Gun is a fantastic film, right? 100%. It is a great old school film. And should definitely be watched. And we actually even watched it recently, and it's just a good film. It's just a good film. So at least the original film is, yeah. So, but yeah, it's a good film. It had a few sequels. It's very comedy focused. It's very funny. It's also, again, kind of a spoof on action spy stuff. So, but it's really funny. And apparently, they're doing a remake of The Naked Gun, which is supposedly it serves as a legacy sequel to the third film. And apparently stars Liam Neeson, Pamela Anderson, Kevin Durand, Cody Rhodes, and is being produced by Paramount. And apparently Seth MacFarlane has some involvement behind it. Kinda. From what we saw in the trailer. Yeah, Seth MacFarlane has been hired to further develop the project. Seth MacFarlane of Family Guy fame and all that. And it's being produced by Fuzzy Door Productions, which is a production company, which is, again, Family Guy, American Dad, all that. So, yeah. So it's, I don't know. I want to see it. I want to watch it, but I feel like the comedy is not going to translate as well as it did back then, if that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah. Like, I want to see it, but I'm also like, eh. Well, you've got 6 more films to go. Oh, wow, we're almost at the end. Yeah. Like I said, this was just a short stream. True. Well, hell. How about this? We're going to take a short break. Or actually, no. You know what? I'm not going to run ads on this thing. Screw it. We'll just power through it. Okay. The last 6 movies are from Disney. So brace yourselves. Oh, hi there. Let's stop doing your Mickey voice. Well, fine. You're mentioning my favorite company. Me. Stop it. Fine. I'm going to speed through it real quick. Ello looks pretty good. That's the one about the kid who believes in aliens and, is a Pixar animated film, and he becomes an ambassador of Earth and gets abducted by an alien and befriends an alien, and I'm gonna go see that. It's all about space and aliens, so that's my niche. I'm gonna go see it. Thunderbolts looks promising, but I feel like it's gonna be more comedy than action. Could be good, could be bad. It's a Marvel film. So, Marvel films lately have been kind of hit or miss. So, Lilo and Stitch, the remake, I might just say pass, to be honest. I might go see it, because Lilo and Stitch is one of my favorite Disney films, in like a top 10 sort of thing. So, Fantastic Four, The First Steps, I have no hope for, I'm going to be honest. I want it to be good, but we've been so burnt out on Fantastic Four, it's not even funny. Freakier Friday is just Freaky Friday 2, and and then Tron Ares looks kind of cool, but again, That's kind of how I feel. Like, Ello looks cute. Thunderbolts might be funny, but even still, I'm not a Marvel fan. Lilo and Stitch, I might actually like, just because I like Lilo and Stitch, so it might be good. Fantastic Four, Freakier Friday, and Tron I'm going to skip. So, yeah, so, there you go. There's our thoughts. Apparently, our buddy Paul in the Twitch chat, he knows one of the stunt guys on Thunderbirds, Sean Lane. So, oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, that's cool. So, but, yeah, that's everything from the sneak peek showcase. They showed some behind the scenes, mostly with John Wick, How to Train Your Dragon, Jurassic World, and Mission Possible. So, they didn't really show any behind the scenes involving Disney movies, so, because it's Disney. But yeah, overall, some new trailers, some behind the scenes stuff, some extended trailers. If you want to check out everything that they showed off in the program, it's worth checking out. You can find most of the trailers and stuff online at this point. But the extended stuff, you're obviously going to only see at the sneak peek showcase. So, and at the time of this this stream, you can still attend it. It's at your local theaters for only $3 to $5. And it's playing April 24th, which is tomorrow. Yes, it is. So, most of the showings are going to be about 6:30. So, if you want to go and check it out yourself. So, yeah. Yeah. So, go ahead. Check it out yourself. Yeah. So, but that about does it, right? Yeah. Like I say, very short, quick little stream video. So, we just wanted to give our thoughts. Some of the stuff's exciting, some of it's kind of meh, and some of it's kind of trash. So, what would you say is trash? What do you say you're excited for? What would you say is kind of meh? I'll do it in reverse order. Tron looks like trash. Freaker Friday is eh. Fantastic Four, I'm very weary about, but almost close to trash. Lilo and Stitch is kind of maybe. Thunderbolts is also an eh. Ello's the only one that's good out of the Disney flicks. Naked Gun, I'm skeptical about. I need to see more of it before I decide. Smurfs is trash. Mission Impossible Final Reckoning is just eh. Accountant 2 is question mark, since I haven't even seen the first one. Bad Guys 2 I'm hyped for. I gotta be honest, Jurassic World Rebirth is trash. Phoenician Scheme I really want to go see. Like, I'm hyped for that. How to Train Your Dragon is kind of eh. F1 is very low tier eh. Superman I'm low-key excited about. Strangers 2 is trash. Shadow Force is trash. Hurry Up Tomorrow looks good. I want to see it. Hunger Games is trash. And John Wick Ballerina is hype. So, kind of a mixed bag. So, but yeah, we just wanted to gloss over it, folks. So, I just give you an idea. So, and by the way, for those wondering, the reason why we didn't do this as a movie time with Crash thing is because technically we're not reviewing the movie. We're just giving our thoughts on trailers. So, doesn't count. Yeah, this is kind of its own thing. Yeah. So, anyhow, that about does it, folks. Y'all have a good night. There's our thoughts. See y'all around.